York pledges support to the humanitarian collaborative efforts to alleviating the immense suffering of the flood-affected people in the region.
We listened to a briefing from the Governor of Unity State, His Justice Riek Bimtop, on the progress that he has been doing in the state, on the challenges also that he's facing, as well as the areas where the Council of States as an institution that is also mandated to oversee the states and administrative areas, as well as the local government level, where we can cooperate, so we support also the service delivery in Unity State as well as the rest of the states and administrative areas of South Sudan. As institution also, we are concerned about the limit capacity of the state alone to address all these challenges. We are also been following the intervention, trying also to resolve the impact of climate change in how to manage the excess water. And we have recommended the governor, so that he to cooperate also with the other relevant institutions. So
had our opportunities this morning to come to the leadership of Council of State to brief them on the activities that the state government is doing. I have come to inform them that the activities that we have been doing in the area of securities, in the area of governance itself, and the challenges that we are facing the government in the state are relevant to be brought to their attention. And this is in line with the laws, so that we can push together how those challenges also.
Presidential Advisor on National Security Affairs, Tudgalwag Manime, reassured the government's commitment to the unification of the army as elections period looms. Manime made the commitment in a meeting with the chairperson of the ceasefire and transitional security arrangements monitoring and verification mechanism, Major General Toeshime Anagao Ayana. Their discussion also centered on addressing challenges in security arrangements. Now, reverting your attention to educational situation, the General Education Authorities released both primary and secondary leaving examinations timetable, setting primary examinations for November 24th and secondary examinations for December 1st, 2025. In a media briefing in Juba on Thursday, Minister of General Education and Instruction, Dr. Kuyok Abul Kuyok, and his deputy Martin Takomoy cautioned schools to provide conducive atmosphere for their candidates to do their exams and avoid any multi-practices which could affect their success. Over 80,000 candidates from 1,953 schools registered for primary certificate examinations, while more than 40,000 candidates from 150 schools registered for secondary.
Finalize all examination processes, and the official examination administration dates have been confirmed. The CPE and the CSE examinations will commence on Monday, 25th November 2025, and will conclude on Friday, 29th November 2025. For CPE, while the CSE examinations will commence on Monday, the 1st December 2025, and will conclude on Tuesday, the 9th December 2025, as detailed in the official timetables attached herewith. As we approach the examination period, I take this moment to wish all our candidates the very best of success in their forthcoming. I'd like to remind all supervisors, invigilators, monitors, and security personnel that the credibility and the nation at large. The conduct of examinations must reflect the highest standards of fairness, transparency, and professionalism. The National Examinations Council has the prerogative to nullify or cancel results of any candidate or candidates, school or center that will be found to be involved in any exams
Optimism grows among learners in the country as the University of Upper Nile launches its 2025-2030 strategic plan aimed at strengthening human and infrastructural development to revitalizing the learning environment in the country. The Minister of Higher Education, Science and Technology, Madud Biarial, urges the university to embracing creativity and innovation as drivers to change, complementing its resilience in maintaining operations despite immense challenges. Vice-Chancellor Professor Mamour Choual Turuk reiterated the university's dedication to delivering quality inclusive education despite setbacks since its 2013 displacement from Malakal to Juba, describing the strategic plan as a cornerstone for Arjan and future generations in terms of human development and institutional growth, respectively.
The leadership of Upper Nile University to translate this plan, this strategic plan, into a measurable outcomes. It is very important. Upper Nile University is one of the public universities. So, Professor Mahmoud, you understand, don't shy away to knock on our doors.
Medical authorities reassured commitment to collaborations aimed at improving medical services as plans are underway to conduct a comprehensive 3-year review and monitoring on the status of guinea worm disease amid its decline, with only 2 cases being recorded since 2025. This follows a meeting between the Minister of Health, Sarah Kileto Rial, and the Vice President of the Carter Center, Craig Withers, amid challenges in the country.
It's really an honor to welcome the Vice President for the Carter Center, so to hear an update about the progress of the guinea worm eradication program. We are going through difficult times worldwide with the cuts in funding and reduction in the number of international institutions that has been supporting, including the Carter Center. Also, the USAID closing has affected the Carter Center funding, but they have remained committed to South Sudan. However, the program and serving the community where they are will not be affected. So I really appreciate the work of Carter Center. So together we'll ensure that we achieve the eradication. We will not disappoint the Carter Center with all the investment that they did in South Sudan.
We had a very good meeting with the Honorable Minister of Health to review the progress of the guinea worm eradication program in South Sudan. When we first started here in about 2005-2006, there were about 20,000 cases of guinea worm. Currently, in 2025, we have 2 cases. So the program has made great progress under the leadership of the Minister of Health, and we are very confident that we can finish the job. When we do break transmission, we will need to at least conduct surveillance for 3 years. And if we have 0 cases over those 3 years, then the Ministry of Health of South Sudan will submit a request to the World Health Organization to certify that guinea worm transmission has been broken. And the leadership of the Honorable Minister, we're very confident that we will achieve full eradication.
The National Ministry of Peace Building is organizing a 2-day executive leadership retreat for Central Equatorial State government officials. The leadership retreat aims to build trust and confidence among political parties and stakeholders through dialogue, collaboration towards reconciliation and unity of the country. In his opening remarks during the retreat in Juba on Wednesday, the National Minister of Peace Building, Stephen Parkwall, urges political parties to dialogue towards reconciliation and stability of the country. The Governor of Central Equatorial State, Rabbi Mujung Emmanuel, in calls for strengthening political cooperation at all levels of government towards improving services and stability in the country.
I want to remind us once again, we are bound together by history and geography to remain here as South Sudanese. We will always be quarreling. We can even fight sometimes, but we have nowhere to go. We have to dialogue and reconcile, and for us who are in politics and in the government, let us take this delicate responsibility to reconcile. We expect you to deliberate candidly, honestly, frankly. Let us challenge ourselves. Let us challenge our government. Let us challenge our parties. And let us come up with solutions that are implementable to help our government.
We should use this platform to build trust and confidence among political parties and stakeholders. We should strengthen political cooperation at all levels. I reaffirmed the commitment of the government of Central Equatorial State to work closely with all partners, political actors, stakeholders, to consolidate peace, unity, and stability in our state. Let this retreat mark a renewed chapter of cooperation and shared hope.
Transport authorities are finalizing processes to employ more than 400 qualified South Sudanese as part of the ongoing national broader efforts to reinforcing river, railway and aviation sectors respectively. Transport Minister Rizk Zakaria Hassan confirmed these to SSBC as he calls for collective responsibility in promoting public awareness on effective ways designed by his institution to address challenges in transportation of goods along the regional routes.
Despite the functionalities of these institutions, yet we remain holding 400 plus vacancies. About the vacancies, they will be receiving the submitted applications from the able South Sudanese who are willing to join us, plus the issues of the shortlisting, interviews, name the rest. At the end, we will end up with the employment of the able South Sudanese. I'm bringing this point here before you so that we are humbly asking, requesting our able South Sudanese graduates, experienced people of those areas with gaps.
The National Constitution Review Commission identifies the remaining 4 states, Warab, Central Equatoria, Western Equatoria, and Jonglei for civic education and public consultations on drafting of a permanent constitution ahead of the country's post-independence elections at the end of the transitional period. The Commission Chairperson, Dr. Riang Yordwar, announces the move during a news conference reaffirming the Commission's commitment to ensuring that all citizens have the opportunity to contribute to a constitution that reflects the aspirations of the people of South Sudan. The event also featured brief updates from the first 4 teams that had earlier been deployed to different parts of the country to conduct similar programs.
And state governments shall be sending 4 additional teams to the states of Central Equatoria, Jonglei, Warrap, and Western Equatoria to conduct civic education and public consultations on constitutional matters. At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to appreciate the national and state governments, the partners, the NCRC members, and the Secretariat for their commitment and effective collaboration, which has led to this impressive and encouraging.
Officials in the Ministry of Water Resources and Irrigation confirmed that water has receded in parts of Robcona, County of Unity State, signaling possible return of the displaced people to their respective areas amid the intensified flood mitigation measures being implemented by International Organization for Migration, IOM. SSBC's Isaac Lodoro reports.
On the mission to Unity State, the team from the Ministry of Water Resources and Irrigation and the state officials tour Bentiu and Rapcona waste facilities, dikes, liquid and solid waste dispersal, and water treatment plant, an initiative led by the International Organization for Migration, IOM. Acheri Manuat, team leader, commends IOM and the partners for the job well done.
I think it is a wonderful work our partner IOM has done to the people of South Sudan, particularly the people of Unity State. As a Minister of Water Resources and Irrigation, it is our role to see into it that our people are safe from such disaster. And that is one of the reasons why I lead a team. It is a call to each and every agency in South Sudan to join hands with the Ministry of Water Resources and Irrigation.
Mohamed Assar, IOM Head of Operations, says the organization targets providing water and sanitation facilities for a population of 300,000 in Bentiu and Rapcona County.
Where we are standing, this land was reclaimed in the aftermath of 2021 flooding. And you can see people are coming back and populating this area.
So one of our key priorities is water and sanitation. A sustainable solution to provide water and sanitation for a population of more than 300,000. And that is the key factor in moving from humanitarian operations to more recovery and development.
The chairperson of the State Relief and Rehabilitation Commission, Moses Rice, says plans are underway to survey the reclaimed area for internal displaced persons.
The water that used to be here, it has been pumped out, and this is now the phase 1. And in phase 2, so this is where we are going to invite the Minister of Land to make a survey to the areas that were not surveyed, so that it can accommodate the IDPs. Most of them, they are now willing to come back.
According to the officials, the construction of the dikes in this area has attracted local population to return back to their villages. However, the Undersecretary in the Ministry of Water Resources and Irrigation, Acheri Manuat, say the main purpose of visiting the area is not only to see the work done by the partners, but also to discuss with the state authorities ways of providing clean drinking water to the local community who have been affected by devastating floods in Unity State. Isaac Ludori Emmanuel, SSBC News.
Crossing over to Malakal, the capital of Apnal State, where Malakal Hospital reports shortages of medicines as a number of detainees and refugees fleeing the war-torn Sudan significantly rises. The government says it is exerting more efforts to increasing the medical supply to rescue the situation. The governor of Apnal State, Jacob Dola, who inspected the hospital, promises to swiftly address these medical challenges.
I pay a visit to Malakal Teaching Hospital. My priorities is the security and health, plus education and food security. And we will do what we can based on my capacity. As the governor, regarding of each of ambulance, the government will be able to provide the ambulance. And also on the issue of incentive, as a state authority, we will sit and look into the issue of incentive so that our people, the staff of this teaching hospital, could also able to give, to feed their children. So they are here to support their family also, and they are here to save life. So we have also to consider, as the state authority, I also assure them that the state government will provide those necessary support that you may need from us, especially our partner in the term of accessibility to those areas. So we will allow you to move freely if anything happens. So as a governor, I will be there for you and I will support you.
طول مدتها انحرت بعض المباني والحكومة بصدد انه تصين حكومة الولاية وضعت يدها انه هي ممكن تبدا الصيانة لحد ما الحكومة الاتحادية برضه بتجيب الجزء اللي بتجيبه. بالتالي بدا بالحته الحساسة اللي هو العلاج لانه الصحة تاج على رؤوس كل الناس. فإذا زول ما صحي معناته هو ما بيقدر يتحرك، ما بيقدر يشتغل، ما بيقدر ينتج. فدي خطوة عزيزة جدا من سعادة الحاكم ووعد بكل الإصلاحات بتاعة المستشفى في الأمد القريب إن شاء الله.
ممكن دعوة زيارة لحاكم يعقوب دولار عشان يجي مسلم القلي يزور يشوف التحديات نحن قانون حاجانا. الأكبر التحديات اللي كان ناقشنا معه هو شو تاع انسنتيف بتاع ستاف. الحكومة قبل وايد بينه الانسنتيف ده هيتكلم مع الفادنا بينه الانسنتيف لازم يجيبه. الإشي الثاني إشي بتاع الدواء لأن معظم بتاع الدواء عندنا دواء انتهى برضه he take note that الدواء هيجي هو زاره بنفسه هيقبل يرسل حاجة لجوبا عشان يرسل الدواء as soon as possible. برضه وعدنا بأنه هيجيبون ambulance for the مستشفى. برضه وقال هيدعم دكاترة ما دام incentive أو incentive قاعد يتأخر والدكاترة بأنه هيديم.
Pibor holds its first ever commissioners forum discussing strategies to strengthen local governance through strategic planning and promoting transparency and accountability. SSBC's Abate Simon Godo reports.
Strengthening local governance starts with fixing constraints to peace, security and food security, fighting environmental hazards, and delivering basic services in collaboration with the community-based organizations and all levels of government. The Chief Administrator of Greater Biboro Administrative Area, Gola Boyoy Gola, persuades commissioners to work on defining vision for long-term development and transformation process in communities and to strategic actions addressing existing challenges.
فأنا تستمع كويس. الحاجات ما في ناقشوا هنا ده لما ترجعوا من هنا مع سلاطين بتاعنا تمشي تنفذوه وتوصلوا للمواطن زي ما هنا قلنا هنا. ده عجل نمرة واحد. عجل نمرة اثنين إننا قضايا قاعد تواجهنا. القضايا قاعد يواجهنا ده في جزء جاء من برا وفي جزء من جوا أو داخل.
Gola Boyo directs commissioners to be ready to strengthen local governance through constructive involvement with the communities and partners in shaping policies and delivering services more effectively.
في حاجة اسمه القانون العرفي للمجتمع بتاع مولين. القانون ده بيقول أي زول مثلا شال جنة بتاع زول بيشيلوا منه جنة بعد مو سنتين سجن وبيشيلوا منه 40 بقرة.
The Speaker of Greater Bibor Administrative Area Legislative Assembly, Rako Jaken, stresses the importance of the forum in creating opportunities for exploring ways for more transparent decision-making process.
الإدارة لازم يمشي بصورة كويسة على مستوى الإدارية كلها وعلى مستوى المحافظات والبيامات والبومات في جريتة بيبور. ونحن مبسوطين جدا.
Consultations in the Commissioners' Forum are aimed at defining strategies for tackling existing development concerns and mapping out ways to managing service delivery more effectively and transparently. Abati Simon Godo, SSBC News.
As we continue our coverage of the ongoing Keep Juba Clean drive, the Juba City Council intensifies its efforts by planning to clean all major city markets. This comes as the Lord Mayor, Christopher Sarafino Waniswaga, inspected Konyo Market to engaging business owners towards maintaining a clean and modern city. The mayor urges business owners to stop littering and practice proper waste management, including the installation of dustbins at their business premises, cautioning against parking vehicles along the roadside, saying such practice are prohibited.
السبب للزيارة بتاعنا إنه دايرين نفقد الأحوال بتاعت النظام في الأسواق بتاعنا. إنه النظام في الأسواق ده من المندات الكبير بتاعت البلدية، إنه كيف نقدر ننظم الأسواق بتاعنا عشان عملية بتاعت التجارة للمواطنين بتاعنا في الأسواق يكون بطريقة آمنة، يكون بطريقة عنده نظام. السوق طبعا بتحصل فوقه حاجات كتير، بيكون فوقه مشاكل بتاعت حرائق بتاعت نار، بيكون فوقه مشاكل بتاعت الصحة، واحنا بنعرف احنا قاعدين في زمن في كوليرا كتير في بلد، والسوق ده محل التجمع بتاع الناس كتار، والسوق لما ما يكون منظم دائما بيكون عنده مشاكل وامراض اللي بتحصل في المدينه كتير بتطلع من الاسواق ذاته. سو احنا جينا عشان نفقد لحاله بتاعت السوق، يعني احنا بنمشي في الاسواق كله لكن
The governor of Western Bargazal State, Sharif Daniel Sharif, encourages athletics participants in the South Sudan Cup Championship to embrace teamwork in outshining their competitors. Sharif flags off the team and encourages, as well as emphasizing the government's commitment to addressing the challenges facing the team in order to enhance the state's reputation.
كثير من الفرق الأخرى، وطبعا واو انتوا عارفين واو مشهور بالرياضة، واو مشهور بالفن، فنحن دارين تثبتوا الكلام ده لأنه ده حاجة المعروف على مستوى بتاع الدولة. فأنا ما داري أتكلم كثير، أنا بقول لكم انتوا تمشوا وتوصلوا بالسلامة، ونحن حنكون مع متابعة، حنتابعكم مع الوزير بتاع الشباب والرياضة وبرضه رئيس التيم بتاعهم، ولو في أي مشاكل قاعد أو تحديات قاعدة يواجهكم في جوبا نحن حنحل لكم فورا عشان تقدروا تعدوا ونحن بنتمنى لكم حظ سعيد.
أنا برضو بشكر حكومة بتاعنا برئاسة السيد الحاكم مجر جنرال شريف دانيال شريف دهية لوقوفه رغم التحديات الاقتصادية.
That's it from me and the team. I am Mathiang Joseph and thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned for more programs coming up.